Hey Cancer, how are you? My name's Danielle and welcome to Moonlight Intuition. This is going to be a general reading for you post total solar eclipse of the heart. And if there are messages that resonate with you, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. All these things really help my channel grow. And also I'm a fellow Cancer. Show a girl some love. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, all the info for that is in the description box below. In Cancer, oh, are we feeling it? Are we going through it? Two good cards. Okay. Now, pulled 3 cards. We have the 4 of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles, and then the 9 of Swords. Now, not to frighten you, it's not scary, but this card, the 9 of Swords, is always seen as the worst card in tarot. Now, it's not that anything bad is going to happen to you, but it's truly just about perspective. So I'll get to that in a bit. It's kind of like, you know, have you been in this state for a while? Are you in it now? Or are you out of it and you go back to it? I can totally relate to that one, the latter. But okay, so the eclipse just happened on Monday. I'm doing this reading on Thursday, so we're kind of like in the post-eclipse shadow. I thought it was completely wild. Like, I thought the eclipse was completely fucking wild. Like, walking outside, I mean, looking at it is one thing, being like, oh my God, like, that the moon, you know, Cancer's planet, the moon, is like dominating the sun. So first of all, it's like, how wild is that? Even just like astronomically speaking, right? That it's like that the cosmos can just do that, like align perfectly like that. But then from an astrology standpoint and kind of the more like metaphorical woo-woo energy standpoint, is that the moon, which again, Cancer, is your ruling planet. You're the only sign that is ruled by the moon. And you're the only sign that the moon rules. Like a lot of the other signs like kind of share a planet and what have you. I mean, Leo's with the sun, but anyway, blah, 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 I digress. But it's like the moon rules our subconscious and the sun rules kind of our, you know, our persona, how we show up in the world, how we show up in the daylight, right? And so how wild is that our subconscious kind of blocked or came forward from our persona. Okay, so I find that just fucking cool. And I have been feeling it so much has been coming up for me the last few days. I'm so aware too. And that's the thing too, a lot of your patterns that you've been going through even since childhood might be coming up again, but why do I sense you're like aware of it? That it's like, it used to run back here subconsciously and now you're like, it's that thing again that I feel physiologically, like when I'm triggered or blah, blah, blah. And then also there was just something so wild about like walking out in the eclipse and being like, you know, at like 3:20 or whatever it was just nighttime. And then like I had a whole day ahead, which I'm sure you did as well. Like, you know, 4 o'clock onward, I had a whole rest of the day and evening ahead. And so it was so wild that it was like the night, and then it was like, it almost felt like a timeline glitch to me. Like that's just me being my own take on it. But there's something since the eclipse, and you're a Cancer. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that like probably a lot of you are feeling this, and especially you was an Aries, which is a fellow cardinal sign. You are also a cardinal sign, the 4 signs that make up the 4 seasons, right? That start the 4 seasons rather. So like Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, these 4 signs are going to feel this the most. And there's something since the eclipse that the day after, it's like you might have felt kind of like, just like weird, but like not necessarily bad, just kind of like, you know, things are like blank slate, kind of, that it's like, and then since then, you might be feeling a lot, like maybe quite intensely, old triggers, patterns that are like coming up a lot. And some of you might even be going through physical changes as well. I mean, for me, I just moved. This is like a huge deal. I've never had my own apartment ever. Some of you are probably going through literal changes too. That's just being like, almost like, it all coincides with the inner world. Like, you know what I mean? And I think with your inner world, a lot of you, anyway, I think Cancer, you're heading towards like a new kind of direction with your maturity and how you show up in the world, and how you're really meant to show up in the world like as a leader, and whatever that can be in any sense of the word, but just you as a human, how you're kind of shifting. And I think you feel it. I think you're more aware of the kind of Cancer baby patterns that are coming up, but you're being pulled towards like Cancer boss, right? And look, you can be in any position in your life. You can be a stay-at-home parent, whatever, but it's just how you show up as a leader in all areas of life, right? Confidently, unapologetically, and using your emotions as like a superpower, as a guiding force, instead of like, like, you know what I mean? Instead of like letting your emotions and your energy kind of like almost like seep out of you, like, you know what I mean? It's like if you were like a water balloon and you had like little holes that you're like, like, well, this person didn't text me about it, or whatever, these little things, or what, even if you're going through bigger changes, that it's like, oh my God, this is like, because I'm this way. I think you're stepping into a new level of awareness of yourself. And that was a whole diatribe before I even talked about the cards, but it's all related. So this is like, and I'm going through this as well. Cancer, it's legit, like, whatever it is out there, if you're like chasing something or obsessing over something, or that it's like trying to control something, change someone. If only I had more money. How am I going to make more money? Oh my God, if only this person loved me more. Why am I not with this person? Is this person going to leave me? Oh, what if I didn't live here? Oh, what am I even doing? My children, I don't even know what I'm doing as a parent. It's like anything out there that is exasperating this kind of, that's just like, if you're feeling triggered and then you're kind of drawn to like, that leaking water balloon of like, kind of like projecting those emotions in every which way. It's just literally Cancer. It's like emergency. It's time to like stop. It's like literally stop everything and either lie down on the floor in your bed, I don't care, put on a sound healing on YouTube or Spotify and just listen. Just do nothing, okay, for 5 minutes. Or go outside without technology. Go to the water, especially if you can, but just go be in nature in whatever capacity you can without technology. You're really in a path, Cancer, to really, you're the nurturer, you're like maternal energy, whether you're male, female, or otherwise. You are the mother of astrology, and you're really being called through this big phase, this change, this internal change that is also kind of going to affect your external life. And also, I think maybe some of your external life is changing and it's triggering that internal change. You really need to turn the nurture onto yourself, okay? Now more than ever. I sounded like emergency, but it is. Because this is like, the eclipse to me, it's like, it's wild. It almost looks like a black hole, right? It feels like a portal, because it is. It's like an energy portal. So, and we're going to have other eclipses happening in 6 months. And so it's like, do you want to repeat the same cycle again? Or are you going to, almost like if you were like able to step out and leave the old energy behind, and then you can, or are you going to just carry the same thing into the next cycle, right? And there's something here about just rest. It's like, look at this. It's like when the person is resting, they can like hear their own guidance again, okay? And this comes from rest. It doesn't come from conquering, worrying, trying to fix, problem solve, trying to like be desperate for this, desperate for that. It doesn't come from that. That's just the illusion. And basically Cancer, it's like if you're not having fun, if you're not feeling like this is fun and easy for me, and it's like filling my cup, then it's not for you. It's time to, okay? hang on, I should turn off this volume. I have my phone on my computer. So in this too, the 4 of Swords is Libra energy, if for some reason it's relevant to you, but also, yeah, this is another cardinal sign. So this could even just be like, yeah, okay, cardinal signs, you're used to wanting to like move and go, but it's a time to do the other. And Cancer, you're a water sign, you're a feminine sign. It has nothing to do with gender, but feminine is the sign of intuition, emotions, rest, receiving. So then you know, so then when you've rested, you've returned to yourself, you've turned off that chaos, you've quieted your nervous system, you've quieted the mind, you can like feel yourself, your spirit in your avatar, and you can feel your connection to nature and everything else again. That's when you're gonna see up here what you're supposed to do next. That's when you can then get up, take your next sword and be like, haha, and then take action, okay? And I think Cancer, it's like you are being led to like a pretty boss, like if you wish, it's up to you. You have free will. Tarot can't control your life. This is just energy we're working with. The choice is yours. Because there is an opportunity, again, I'm just going to repeat it again, to just repeat the same thing again that possibly you've gone through over the last 15 years, okay? Especially if you look back to 2008 to now. Or, and again, Cancer, it's not to be like you have to like, you know, leave your whole life as it, but it's internally, okay? It's internally, but that will change your outer world for the better. Whether that means it'll strengthen your current relationships or it'll give you the courage to leave a toxic one or whatever, right? Or give you the courage to like start that bit or whatever, or leave that job that you're like, I fucking hate this, right? It will change your outer world, but it's like there is an opportunity. I mean, this is the 10 of Pentacles. This is big Virgo energy also. And here we have the Hermit in this card. So it really, basically manifestations come, like materialization of things come after like deep introspection and rest, right? Because it's like the 10s in tarot, it's like the last, you know, tarot starts with the ace, ends with the 10. When it's the ace, it's like that initial spark of energy. Then you go to the 2, the 3, the 4, and basically things materialize with the 10. So I feel like you're on your way to actually like, I think you're actually even closer than you think to perhaps manifesting something that's been coalescing for a while. So like, let's say me in this apartment, right? I looked for an apartment, but also I didn't really look because sometimes I just felt it wasn't right. Like I got a realtor and I was like, no, my body is telling me no, no, no. I was like, I'm not supposed to do this. I can't afford any of these places, blah, blah, blah. So all to say, basically this apartment pretty much found me. Because I really started meditating on it, being like how it would feel to have a home. What would I do with that? How would that make me feel? I pictured myself cooking meals for myself and others. I pictured myself finally being able to focus on my health, to have stability. I pictured myself being able to do readings in my own home, not have to move around all the time. And I pictured myself being able to be creative and just having the anchor of a home and how that would feel. And then it's like kind of this place, you know, within 3 weeks, I was notified about it. I met the landlord, signed the lease, and moved. So it materialized fast, but the apartment was coalescing for like a few years, really for like a year solid, but even before that, right? So I think Cancer, there's something that is coalescing for you that is like close to materializing. And it's almost like, don't fuck it up, Cancer. You're not gonna fuck it up, but you know what I mean? But there's something just about to notice when you fall in these kind of same, like, worrying that people don't like you, worrying what people think, worrying that you're not good enough, worrying that you're not loved, worrying that you're not worthy of love, these same kind of childhood. And, you know, I'm a Cancer, so I'm not like, I'm literally talking to myself. I'm not like judging, but it's like these Cancer baby things, right? Versus like fucking Cancer boss, okay? And it's like, you're really stepping into, it's like the portal of the eclipse is like, okay, you want to repeat the same shit again? Or do you know your worth? Do you know you're fucking powerful? Do you know your intuition? Do you know you're creative as fuck? Do you know you're like the best like cook in this fucking planet? Do you know that it's like you could read any energy in a room and you choose to use that wisely and you choose to use that for good? And like, you know what I mean? It's like, do you know that? Or are you like going to settle for more, for less than you deserve again, right? And it starts with you. It's like the energy that you're putting out is just what you're going to get in return, okay? Because you're that powerful. So this card is the worst card in tarot, but look, it's just like a person in a bed. You can literally get out of the bed, and the next card is a 10. This is a 9, the next is a 10. So it's like the end of a cycle. You almost just, like, again, do what you can to meditate and rest and to be like, step out of that old and into the new. And like for me, it's like being in this apartment, it's like I've never experienced this before. I think for a lot of you, you are meant to or about to experience a whole version of yourself that you have never experienced before. And if that scares you and if you're nervous, good. I'm scared and I'm nervous too, but here we are. We're baddies, we're bosses. I love you, Cancer. Subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, share it with another Cancer who may benefit, and I wish you all the best during this eclipse season, post shadow, all that jazz. Love you.